Morning, 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 morning. I'm trying to describe the weather. I don't know why. It's the British thing, always talking about the weather. And not, I don't think anyone needs a review of the weather either. Good morning to everyone joining. Actually, 2 minutes early. 2 minutes early on this Sunday live, looking at my tabletop, which needs a clean as I'm talking to you. And what's on there looks like some kind of candle wax. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to Sunday Style Surgery, here to answer all your decorating questions. Good morning, Tracy. Good morning, good morning, good morning. Lovely to have everyone joining on a little bit overcast. Hello from Derry. A little bit overcast. You've just sent payment for precious samples of Madison Grey. How exciting. Good morning. Yes, if anyone was listening to me yesterday, we are giving away all our morning. Jersey, morning from Ladybird Cottage. That's a lovely name. Good morning from Australia. Good morning. We're giving away all our little paint samples as we're bringing new paint in. Morning from Oslo, Norway. Good morning, Oslo. I've never been to Oslo, always want to go. Morning from Cardiff. Morning from Mallorca. Can't wait to see the new paint colours. Morning from Seattle. Good morning from North Wales. We are an international crowd this morning. Good morning from Plymouth. Good morning, good morning. Lovely to have everybody on board. And welcome to Style Surgery, here to answer any decorating dilemmas you may have. I have just, morning from Ireland, I have just made a big dilemma. Morning from Kim and Chris, still in bed. Oh, God, get up, it's 11 o'clock. Morning from Greece, nice part of the world. Morning from East Yorkshire, also nice part of the world. I have been up since 5 a.m. My body can't calibrate. Bonjour from Normandy, bonjour, bonjour. So on the weekends, I can't lay in. New paints are available everywhere. New paints are available on February 1. And we have a warehouse in America. And we can ship internationally. So, yeah. Good morning from a dull but sun peeping through Milton Keynes. Hello from Yorkshire. Bit dull here also, actually, I have to say. A little bit dull here too. So here to talk about any decorating dilemmas you may have. I actually created a decorating dilemma yesterday. Actually a faux pas, so I just want to share with you mistakes that I've made, because when you decorate in quite an eclectic way, you really are going to make mistakes. Finally got to stay in the Ace Hotel in Sydney last week. Thanks for the recommendation. Major interior inspo. Yeah, it looks really beautiful, the Ace in Sydney. Good morning from sunny Scotland. I'm so excited. Yes, paints for you in the US, for sure. Not a decorating dilemma, but do you have the Valeria table lamp in your home? I'm debating. I don't. Internationally, that's amazing. When the new paint's coming, February 1. So I'm repainting and sorting out the top floor, where anybody that came to my schoolroom, it's now going into a guest bedroom. And we have this really long sideboard there called the Petersham, one of which I gave away a month or so ago from the store. Anyway, we've got one upstairs, and the walls have gone quite dark, and it doesn't work because it was really white, so the contrast was just a little bit too much, and it's quite a big piece. So I'm like, I know, I'll just paint it the same colour as the walls, and then it would just kind of recede and go away, except it looks really bad. I mean, it just looks really, 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 really bad. So, and it's such an epic piece, this sideboard, it's now got to be chopped up in order to get it down the stairs and then taken to the dump. And I'm like, damn it, I really thought that would really work. So I just wanted to say that when you decorate in quite an eclectic way, you're literally going to make mistakes. Like I did yesterday. How to decorate a very deep window, 3x7. I wouldn't go too crazy with windowsills because they can look itty bitty if you put tons on it. I think it just needs something of substance, right? Could be like a vase of substance and something next to it. But don't think you have to just put a whole row of things up on a windowsill. I wouldn't. Now, and I generally put things in front of windowsills because I want it to feel more three-dimensional, like a table. Small, narrow living room, longer than wider. Cannot figure out furniture layout, fireplace in the centre, which makes it even harder. It is quite hard when you go narrow. Anything on an angle, and even when it's narrow, I really encourage you to move that sofa out a little bit. I know it sounds really scary and you're going to go, it's narrow and there's no room, but even that much, I'm putting a shelf behind it and layering up the shelf will make the biggest difference in the world, I promise you. And then if you've got room for a puff or a stool on an angle, it will really, really help. And also another real trick for narrow rooms is you really must, sounding really teachery today, very strict, you really must paint your woodwork the same colour as your walls, because if you do that, it will recede and the room will look a lot bigger. I bought a new home, so happy the previous owner colour drenched the entire house. Rare in the States. Lucky you. Will you have a pickle paint equivalent in your new range? Similar. Not calling it pickle, but very similar. Kind of a burnt toffee. Yeah, really, really similar. You can paint furniture any emotional as you cover with beeswax. Yeah, it just doesn't work painted. It really doesn't. It looks terrible. So this morning I'm like, no, it's got to go. Got to chop it up. Get it gone. Get it gone. It's too bad. Anyway, I think that, you know, not every idea of mine works, and that was one that actually didn't work. But I might be able to salvage the sitch by giving the console in my bedroom to the guest room, because it kind of works in my bedroom and the colours aren't that dissimilar. I don't know. It's like a real work in progress. Any recommend interior design books for an inspiring interior decorator? Gosh. Wait there. Right, let's go. Okay, I'm going to bring you with me. Really sloppy clothes today. This lady, Amber Lewis, is a really fabulous American interior designer and does the most beautiful spaces. Have a look at her. This gentleman, Axel Vervolt, does the most incredible spaces. Have a look at him. This is a sweet book. I was talking about this last week. Plonk you on there. Plonk you back there. It's really good, that book, I have to say. Oh, new lamp coming in next weekend. Haven't got enough stock. Gone mad everywhere. Getting slightly worried. Right. The colour that we're painting is just London Clay by Farrow & Ball, because we had some in the back room, because we painted that outside of the house in it, and because I've got people coming to stay, the guest room has to be done really quickly, so I don't have time to wait for my own paints, but you know what I'm like. Once I'll get them, I'm like, oh my god. It's very similar to Crosby, actually, and we didn't... Craig and Rose, our factory, I'm sure you guys know the story, suddenly closed with no warning. So, although I've got some paints for some rooms, I haven't got paints for every room, and so I would have painted it in Crosby, but I couldn't. And also, you know, when you've got people coming to stay and you haven't got time to figure out paint colours, so I'm like, I know that Crosby works in my bedroom, that's being changed, so I'm just going to paint it in the guest bedroom and then it's done. Anyway, and also my books, thank you. What do I do with boring white windowsills? I know this sounds really weird, but please don't think you have to do things to windowsills, because I think the biggest trick that you can do is put something in front of your windowsill. So a table in front of your windowsill will make it a lot more three-dimensional than thinking that you have to do something to your windowsill. I know it sounds counterintuitive, but it makes all the difference in the world by putting something in front of your windowsill, like a small round table or something like that. Black shaggy palms, not for a while. Just done my spiral staircase in London Clay, just sit underneath to do tomorrow. Actually going to do Crosby originally. So similar. They're so similar. I mean, look, if you can bear it, I'll take you for a walk and you'll see what I've done. Or the travesty of what I've done. I mean, the house, I might have washing. I'm going to India and Hong Kong this week, so there's just crap everywhere. Got to shield. I'm about to do an incredible major collab with this American brand, which I can't say anything about, and it's all sitting in the hallway. Sorry about that until New Year, but the coolest brand in America. And we are partnering. I'm so excited. Here's a peek into my bedroom. All of this is going to change. Suitcase, already started packing. Complete chaos. Clothes on the stairs. Oh my God. Right, hold on. Oh my God. Right, in we go. Charcoal on the stairs, that's interesting. So here's Graham painting with a light on. Beautiful colour this. It's like, very much like Crosby. This is what I did to the Petersham, and it just looks really bad. So I think it's gonna all be chopped up. And then this big pot is going next to the fire breast. But that is generally the room. You all right up here?
I'm fine.
Okay, going down. Look at the mess of it everywhere. Sorry guys, let me try and just jump over all the mess in the hallway, all the clothes on the stairs, trying to figure out, it's 30 degrees in India, 26 degrees in Hong Kong. So just trying to figure out all the clothes. Quickly shield you so you don't see what's going on. Sorry. I know that's really annoying, but it's a major gig. And we'll be divulging all that really soon. Okay, now I'm out of breath because I've just gone up 4 stairs, monkey. Okay, right, I'm back. We have, right, hold on. Right, just done Spiral Staircase, London Clay. Oh, nice. We have Osborne and Little wallpaper freeze in the hall of our late Victorian house. We need to replace. It's really old but beautiful. Do you have a custom wallpaper company? I don't, sorry. Finally, the States are getting a complete AA line. Well, not complete, but very amazing. I can't say anything. It's taken 1.5 years of talking with this incredible brand that are all over America, and I can't tell you what's going on yet, but I will be able to talk about it in January. What colour is on your stairway? Bedford brown. Is it okay to, which we no longer sell. Is it okay to have 2 types of wood on show? We want to strip the horrible paint on our photos. Yes, totally. Just think that in Mother Nature, lots of different trees hang out together and look beautiful. So you can do exactly the same in your own pad. Can you suggest anyone online that sells larger doorknobs for cupboards, please? I got really massive ones, which are wall hooks from a company called Zeta, Z-I-E-T-A. Z-I-E-T-A. I was hoping you forgot to shield on your way down. Sorry. I bet any of your local fans would love to collect. It's just we can't get it down the stairs. When Graham took it up the stairs, I was on an Asian trip, and it was so heavy he smashed the window in the hallway because it's just too big to get around the stairs, so the whole window had to be replaced, and I can't go through that again. It just can't be painted. So black definitely doesn't go with Crosby or London Clay. It goes real depressing. Trust me, I've had those colours for quite a few years. It just doesn't, and because it's quite rustic, I shouldn't have painted it because it was kind of quite distressed, and that really helped it out, and now it just looks like a car crash. So just got to chop it up. Dark hallway, stairs carpeted in silver grey, floor tiles are a creamy off-white staircase, and doors will be off black. What colour for the walls? Worried it may be too neutral with light walls. Dark hallway, silvery grey. I would go quite warm if you could. Maybe you could use something like a brownie with pinky tones because you've got grey and cream and black, so they're all quite cool colours. I would try and lift it with a bit of a warmer colour. I wouldn't chop it up, it looks good. Paint it black. Yeah, no, black 100% won't work. Trust me on it. And it doesn't also work. No, I really can't be bothered. I don't actually like it anymore, which is why I gave one away in the store. And it's just of its time for me, and I don't really want it in that room. And I can't be bothered to return it to how it was because I didn't even like it how it was. So, hello Sydney, could you perhaps strip it back? Yeah, no, I didn't like it how it was. I know you need AA rugs in the States. Working on. So there's lots of things happening in America. A really big thing happening in January with a certain capsule part of something of our line. And then we're working with another incredible brand called Food 52, which is direct to retail. So as well as obviously incredible wholesale partners all over the States, up and down the country. And in fact, all the chaos begins again in January when I'm all over Vegas and New York and Chicago and Atlanta, going to all the showrooms and la 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 la. The triumphs, you need to make some mistakes. Hello from Ramsgate. This is becoming sideboard gate. Yeah, Graham's not very happy about the whole thing of getting rid of it. But you know when something's so wrong, and it was wrong when it was white. No, I'm not bringing the paints back. My house is painted in your colours. I know. You can't do that, unfortunately, just like I can't do it, because Craig and Rose won't give me the ingredients. And they've been bought out, and they've shut down the whole factory. They've been bought out by Dulux. They're relocating them to Europe, and they don't want to do designer paints anymore, and nor will they give me the ingredients, so I can't remake them exactly the same. If you didn't like it before, then you're doing the... Yeah, I know. It's kind of awful to chop it up, but we can't get it down the stairs, and it took the window out last time, and it's been up there for 10 years. So I just feel... time to go. Which I know is not easy, but it's really bothering me. And I really didn't like it when it was white, and I hate it now I've painted it. And it's funny, I thought I'd really like it when I painted it, but you know, you can't always get everything right. If you didn't like it then, just take it out, you'll feel relieved. I know, it's really bothering me, like I really want it chopped up today, but it's not possible. By the way, I should just quickly mention, it is quite brave, I know. And you know when you think, oh God, am I going to regret it? But I everything I do in business and in this house, no, it won't. I mean, you can't take on companies like Dulux, unfortunately. It would just cost so much. And also, it's not that they haven't done anything wrong. You know, it's their ingredients. It's not my ingredients. It's their ingredients. Yeah, I've sort of gotten over my Craig and Rose frustrations. There was a lot of anger and tears, and it's not fair, and I'm through that now. And also, if I'm in all fairness, you know, they were taking longer and longer to produce our paints, and with this new company who are global and international, you know, paints within 4 days and really beautiful finishes that don't scuff up so much that we're working on. So although it wasn't time and I wasn't ready, it's actually quite amazing, because then we can offer it to a lot more people. So it's just one of those unexpected things that happened that I didn't want to happen. But actually, it's worked out for the best, I think. Anyway, yes, the decision is coming from my gut, so it is. And it's funny, isn't it? Because when you paint a room, like that room I just showed you, which is completely empty, and it's in a dark colour. And I know, you know, I've been doing this dark colour thing for like hundreds of years. You see it and then you're like, too dark, is it going to work, is it going to work? And then you just have to like keep the faith and start adding little bits in, which is why I took that great big pot in, because I just thought, I'm just going to place the odd thing in to see how it lifts. So that's the plan. And it's a guest room. Not that, I don't know why I said that, because that was almost like I don't care as much. I do care as much. I just... yeah, I now want to get to the point where I can put rugs down and do the nice stuff. Like this morning, I'm like, oh, don't worry about the floor, it's fine, one coat's fine. And Graham was like, no, he's a real perfectionist on paint. It needs to properly be done. Whereas I'd be like, oh, I'll just shove a bed over it and a rug over it and you won't even know. Whereas, you know, we differ on that side. So anyway, he's repainting, which is good. But yeah, it kind of has to go, and I need to jiggly pokery. Kirsty Alsop or Phil Spencer, I think, once said, yes, I have a dark blue painted house here in Adelaide. Oh, nice. I want to paint my front door. Can't decide on colour. What would you suggest? A really dark, deep, earthy green with all that lush foliage you get could look amazing. An earthy, deep, greeny, browny, lush green, not vibrant, but really deep and saturated. You could also do black, the colour of soil. You could... I would go green or black, personally. My neighbours opposite have a red door, and it really pisses me off. Like, I want to go over there and paint their door. But I think it will be too rude. And it's every floor is a flat, an apartment. And I just don't think I can suggest it. But I really want to, because I don't like red doors. I don't ever want a front door to be the star, because it's a front door and it's got white woodwork. And I just go, oh my God. And I see it from my bedroom. And I'm like, how do I put something on my windowsill so I don't see this goddamn red door? I want to, anyway. The kiddies are fine actually at the moment. Well, Monkey is fine. I want to paint my cottage French grey with white trim around the undies. I was thinking a black front door. White trim, I really wouldn't do white trim if you can possibly help it. I would do exactly the same colour trim as the French grey in order to elevate it and look more sophisticated, because it's a very kind of weird thing how we always want to paint the trim white, which makes the walls feel really stumpy and you want to elongate them. And you never want the eye to go to the trim. There's nothing cool about the trim. So all the same colour if you possibly could. And a black door would be nice. But I would really reconsider your skirts and your windows picked out in white. You're just chopping the room up and you're not going to make it look as cool. Is Graham painting the floor with a floor paint? No, Farrow & Ball have suggested their eggshell. They don't have floor. I did see red. Yeah, I mean, I can't really do... Windows, yeah, if you can paint them the same colour and not pick them out in white, it will look so much. I can't paint it. It's just rude. And it's been there for years. And I so want to mention it. Oh, God. It'd be quite funny if your neighbours woke up to... I know, I'm really tempted, but I can't. Do you know anywhere that may have old stock of your paint? Nowhere. Have a large room in beautiful Madison Grey, not yet ready to change. I know, nowhere. It suddenly stopped with very little knowledge. And our plan was to order all of our colours and have a ton of quantity for everybody, myself included, for 6 to 8 months while we began the transition, but they just stopped making them. I can feel my blood pressure with that company. I have to breathe. I can't even talk to you about the stress that they've caused us. I can't even. I could tell you so many tales. I won't. I can't even. The view of the red dot, I know. Any incense as a replacement for Mars. In the store, don't tell anyone, is this most incredible patchouli, which they can send out to you, but we can't put online because we can't keep up with the demand. Are your lamps plug-in compatible with Australian plugs, or do you need a plug converter? No, you're on a different system, I believe, so you'll need a converter. We have no choice but to keep our front door black as cottages. Black is beautiful. Black is a beautiful colour for a front door. It just goes away. Honestly. Graham is London clay. Guerrilla painting, help out the neighbourhood. Is that new lamp that you just had on your coffee table a battery one, or is it wired? It's not. I'll show you it. It's a battery one. This is a sample. Which I got maybe 5 months ago. And it's landing... Oh, I haven't got any batteries in it. But it's landing... Have I? Oh, I have. It's landing, I believe, next weekend. So I really love it because it's like a... Anyway, my batteries are very low, so it goes brighter than that. Isn't it cool? Such a cool thing on a coffee table. It's called BOMA, B-O-M-A. If you're on our mailing list, there's... Oh, can I tell you? I'm telling you. I believe next weekend there's a whole collection of new wireless lamps, including... Wait. This guy. Excuse all my tech. I'm charging everything up before I go to China, including this guy. Look at him! Oh my God, I have this guy on my coffee table, on my dining table, look. So sweet! So, Mungo will just constantly walk under my feet. Like, I just trip over him so many times. Either he stumbles or I stumble. There might be some on AA Marketplace, but we aren't producing it anymore. I can't even, my fave NYC, fave. Let it go, let it go. I know, the name Craig and Rose sounds so posh too. How do you deal with Edwardian stained glass in a room? Difficult. I wouldn't highlight any of the colours in the stained glass. I would just let it be on its own thing. Aren't they cute? Do you think black will be good for stairs and doors? Always beautiful. You've started using Aesop aromatic incense. Not exactly, but similar smell. Oh, nice. Love that lamp. Thank you. Will you be stocking any more ceramic sculptures, as I love Vera? Have you not looked online? Oh my God. Go into New Inn, and there are a load of new sculptures that landed on site Friday. Was today? No, today's Sunday. They landed on site Friday. They're so cool. They're so cool. You can also go under sculptures and new, and you'll see all the new ones. They're really cool. I want to let you know my 7-year-old daughter sits each week with me to watch you and your dog. Oh, thank you, Monkey. Here, Monkey. I'll tell Monkey. Monkey. People are watching you. Do your ears, Monkey. Do your ears. They're watching you, Monkey. I've told Monkey, thank you very much. He's very appreciative. He's very, very appreciative. What was I saying? Right, so next Sunday, I'm in Hong Kong. And on Thursday, I go to India. So 2 days in India, and then fly through the night on Saturday night, land in Hong Kong, go to one of our factories, get off the plane. This is my schedule. I don't sleep on planes. This will be a really interesting day. We love Monkey too. Do a whole day in India, get a 10:30 red eye out of Delhi to Hong Kong, 5 hours on the plane, of which I don't sleep. Get off the plane, go to the factory, have a whole day at factory. Stay in Hong Kong, get on a train and go into China. And then I'm there for 5 days. I love Monkey too. He's getting old. He's obviously got quite a few ailments, but he won't sit down on car journeys now, and I don't know what this is about. He will not relax or sit in his bed or sit on my lap. It's really weird. Shoes colour drenching work with neutral too, and should doors be the same as a wall? No, doors are always the same. I love the Larsa sculpture too. So cool. Thank you for saying. Yes, I think I've got paint on my elbow. Yes, all window frames, all door frames, same colour as the walls. Tiring trip, but a joy of the senses. It kind of is. I know those development trips, hardcore. They're so hardcore. And then it's crazy because you almost go into this sort of adrenaline vibe, and I come back and the first night I sleep so well because I don't sleep at all when I'm out there, like 2 or 3 hours a night, and it's really tough. And but anyway, we need to really push on autumn winter 25. How would you style rugs in a long Victorian hall leading into a kitchen? Would you mix up the colours and overlap them? I wouldn't do too much overlapping. I would leave a bit of gapping, and I would make sure the colours have some kind of relationship between them. You've transformed a David Wilson new build, Abigail. Cool. Checking for my old girl the same. Yeah, he has injections for arthritis once a month. And the thing is that he will sit down and sleep for ages in his dog bed. And we've moved the dog bed into the car where he won't sit down. So it's not like he can't sit down. I don't know whether it's because it's squishier or there's just an issue with the car now that we never used to have, which makes travelling with him quite stressful. I've got so many of your sculptures and always put them as gifts. People think they're really expensive because of the quality. Thank you. Are you good at packing to go away? No. And yes, I will never, ever check anything in. I don't care if I'm going for 2 weeks. This is a 9-10 day trip and my suitcase is that size. I mean, you saw it on my bed. I will never, ever, 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 ever check anything in because I can't stand waiting. And I always think they're going to lose it, even though I've got a tracker in it. So everything goes in hand luggage. Always. So I never take, because this is such a worky trip, And all of the trips are worky. There's never any posh shoes. There's trainers and there's Birks, and that's it. It's always really hot. So generally just one jumper, which I wear on the plane. And then it's like, I think I managed to squeeze in like 6 tops, which I'll rotate or use the hotel laundry if it's really boiling. And like 4 bottoms, which I managed to squidge into this tiny little case. Would you apply one colour externally? I have. My Dalmatian will no longer sit or lie down in the car. Had everything checked, but for no reason. Yeah, same thing. Exact same thing. Never had any issues, and now literally will not sit in that car. And I would imagine it's worse for him with his arthritis. Standing, because it's all this. It's so weird. We've got a monkey Shih Tzu who won't chill in the car, hates it, enjoy your day. Yeah, he used to for years. It's only been a very new thing. We both agree on suitcase packing, no time for luggage, no. And also, you know, when you're, it sounds very glamorous. I'm flying to Delhi to Hong Kong and all that. It's so not glamorous. So there's no glamming up for nights out on the town, put it that way. In Delhi, we're eating in the hotel. We've both been, Jem going with Jem, really seriously sick. Jem really bad. In India, very dubious about eating. Just had terrible problems, the pair of us. Her, really bad last time. So bad, we didn't think we'd go on the plane. And worse, this time we've then got to go on to Hong Kong. So we're not moving out of the hotel. And it's only one night anyway, because we go on Thursday and we don't get in till midnight. And then we've got supper the next day. And then the following night we fly out. So it's not glam traveling. And also at the end of the day, when you've been on your feet and your product developing, your brain is like this. So all you want to do is like have a beer or a glass of wine and eat. And every time I go with Jam, I'm like, right, let's just not drink. Let's just not drink. And then every evening, when you've been awake since 2 a.m. or 3 a.m. and you're knackered, the thought of a cool beer or a chilled glass of rosé, that's the nice thing, you know, you can sit outside. We stay at the Mandarin Oriental and you can, in China, and you sit outside and it's warm still, and that's quite nice. Hair, this is the hair. Looks exactly like this. Do you use packing cubes? I don't. They're a game changer when fitting lots in a small case. Literally, you can almost double the volume. Packing cubes. I might look into that. Thank you. I'm going to Google that as soon as I'm off of this. Victorian property, 20-foot long upstairs corridor, cannot decide between dark and moody or light and reflective. Any way of merging the two? Yeah, I mean, you're asking the wrong person, because light colours advance, making spaces look smaller, and dark colours recede, making spaces look bigger. So I would always tend to go dark or mid-tone. It doesn't have to be super dark, mid-tone. Like I'm thinking of doing my bedroom in like a bit darker than that creamy colour, like a sort of a latte colour, which is kind of a warm mid-tone and really lovely. I'm looking at packing cubes. Okay, you should wear your hair a top knot. No, I can't stand my hair up. I mean, when it's really boiling, obviously, I'll just like do that. But noticed your stairs have carpet runners. Do these start on the stairs, and where did you get them? Roger Oates. I do like stair runners. I just don't like carpet, so they don't go over the landings. Bought my daughter-in-law one of your fabulous vases and flows for her birthday. Have introduced all 3 of my daughters. Oh, amazing. Thank you. That's really kind of you. Super kind of you. I'm definitely going to Google packing cubes, because that might really help my case a lot. And are you in favour of concrete ceilings in living room interiors? Do it. If you love it, do it. Beside texture and lighting, do you think scent is also essential in design? If yes, any recommendations for scent, candles or oil that are safe for our dogs? Yes, I think interiors should apply to all of the senses, and scent definitely does that. And Santa Maria Novella does this incredible potpourri, which often gets a bad rap, but it's the oldest pharmacy in the world. 13th century, I believe, and everything is organic, herbs and spices collected in the Florentine Hills, and smell absolutely amazing. Do you have timers on your battery lamps? God, no, I just turn them on, turn them off. What do you do on the landings? Like, how do you end the runner? Very easy, like this. So, stair runner, Stair runner. Stop. Nothing. Stair runner. See? So it just stops there and then goes on down there. If that makes sense. The compression ones, packing cubes. Okay, I'm on it. Literally, when I finished this live with you guys, I need it by Thursday though, but hopefully I should. I love Santa Maria, me too. What case do you use for hand luggage? Just a crappy thing from Amazon. I don't even know the name of it. It's small as anything. But yeah, hand luggage always. I've got enough problems being on a plane, let alone hanging around in airports. Although I quite like airports going. I just want to, once I'm, Love this idea with the stair runner. Welcome. How do I warm up my kitchen? I have white cupboards, dark counter, white and red square tile, black splash and wood floors. What colour should I paint the walls and ceilings? With white, maybe a lovely hempy, soft latte colour. That could look really beautiful with your red as well. So it's got a little bit of a latte brown, because brown is a really cocooning colour. You don't have to have it super dark, and it could look really beautiful. Hello from Dubrovnik. Good morning. I was about to say good afternoon. Jumping the gun. It's only 11:30 on a Sunday morning, UK time. You always say to decorate a room based on an emotion. How do you do that? Should I look for accessories that make me feel a certain way? The easiest thing to do, and I say this in my design classes, is you walk into your room and you ask yourself, how do you want to feel? So let me give you an example of this room. I want to feel literally cocooned and grounded and like I'm wrapped in a big cashmere blanket. So I'll work out what materials will make me feel like that. What textures will make me feel grounded and cocooned? So that's lots of slubby textures. That's using cashmere and wool. Really beautiful hand-woven things. What will make me feel grounded? If I wanted to feel, let's say, a little bit more excited, I might go for a more shiny material. So it's really sort of working out your materiality. If you double your luggage space with packing cubes, be careful. Good point. I noticed when I came to your design class, you had some of the Santa Maria in a pot with a lid. I do this now and open the lid in the evenings. That was actually my scented rocks from Madeleine. So all my potpourri isn't lidded. It's only the scented rocks that are lidded. But I love the idea of that, because then it will be even more powerful. Have you seen how many suitcases the Real Housewives? I know. But they're being filmed, right? If I was being filmed, I would take 5 million suitcases. No, I haven't even got enough clothes to put in the suitcases that they take. I'm also recording, downloading. Such a nightmare when I went to Shanghai a couple of weeks ago, because China stopped my internet. And it was literally a disaster. I was literally having a breakdown to Graham on the phone in the middle of the night when I was awake, going, I can't watch the Housewives. I've got 7 hours to get through the night. I was going to cry. Anyway, so now I'm taking a ton of reading books because I just can't bear the whole... Anyway, doubling volume with packing cubes. Be careful your weight. Sometimes airlines will weigh them. Ideas on styling on a non-use fireplace, please. I guess it depends whether you're going to... If I had a non-use fireplace, I would still put like some logs in it because I think it looks really lovely. And then some candles, battery candles or other candles will also look really beautiful. So I would kind of do that. Whether you have a mantle, proper mirror on it, or a painting, have anything kind of trailing off of it will also look really beautiful. But yeah, I would, because it's a fireplace, I would kind of style it up like a fireplace. And candles look beautiful in fireplaces, particularly as the light, at this time of year, it's getting softer and softer and softer. So lots of people are quite funny about transitioning into cooler months, but the pros of that is our light goes really buttery and warm. And I was on a photo shoot in this house last week. I was trying to remember what day it was, and I actually don't. I feel it was Thursday. And the light was so beautiful. It was velvety, it was buttery, it was just so soft. And so I said to the photographer, my God, I wish I could shoot for the whole year in these months, because the light, and in the summer, the light is a lot harsher and it's a lot more contrasty. And in the afternoon, in the winter, in the cooler months or autumn particularly, the light is so phenomenally beautiful. I'm like, shall we just try and do all storytelling? And marketing were like, no, that's not possible. I'm like, damn. When you phoned G, what did he say? Oh, well, Graham is quite, well, because obviously Graham is awake because I'm 7 hours in front of him. He's like, no, you must do this, do this, do this, do this. And he's quite patient. And I was trying to do everything he said and it didn't work. It literally didn't work. And then Jem lost all hers. It's so weird. And we downloaded it and we just couldn't get, anyway. Oh my God, I'm just dreading it this time. I'm dreading it. Because normally when you download it, you don't have to go into the internet to get it. And it kept saying, join the internet to download. I'm like, but I don't want, anyway, I won't go through it. It was really stressful. It was really, really stressful. And then I was dreading coming back because we were flying through the day for 14 hours. And I'm like, all I've got is housewives. And it's actually worse this time because we're on a China plane that only has one film in English. I don't even watch the films. So we're on Shenzhen Air, which I don't really love being on. I better say, just positive vibes, positive vibes, positive vibes, positive vibes. But I reckon by that Friday when we fly through the day, we'll be absolutely zonked because we would have done 9 days of not sleeping. Any tips if you've got a paint that is super sensitive and even comes off with frog tape? Suggestions from the paint perfectionist. Any tips for if you've got a paint that is super sensitive and it even comes off with frog tape, and suggestions from the paint perfectionist? I'm afraid not. When do you start Christmas decor in your home? I mentioned this on my last live. I'm not really late. We are shooting Christmas as a brand all the time. The shop and the store has been Christmased up, but for me personally, no. Maybe second week of December, and I don't do anything. Like, you'd be really disappointed in me. I get a tree, I string up some fairy lights, and that's it. Like, mantles aren't, I just don't. Reason being, we shoot Christmas all the time, and by the time it's Christmas, not that I'm over it, because that sounds wrong, but by the time it's Christmas, I'm like, oh, really? So since we only stopped talking about Christmas in January, and then in February, everything has to go back into production for Christmas, and then we have to start shooting Christmas from May. And so I feel like we're always talking about Christmas, and so by the time Christmas comes, I'm a lot simpler. I don't Christmas up anything, really, which I know sounds really odd. No, I didn't see the Northern Lights. Isn't that terrible? It's really bad. Have a north-facing kitchen with bifold doors and Velux roof lights. It looks out onto a packed, mostly evergreen garden, high ceiling too. What colour would you go? Northern, you want really warm toffee. I would go as toffee as you can. I told you in September I was going to an interior design course. First module sent. Oh, how exciting. That's really exciting. Pink tape is great, low tack. Oh, there you go. Morning, I've taken inspiration from your posts. I'm on a very tight budget and I always try to explore creative ideas. At the moment, I'm painting onto the walls in gold paint. Oh, how exciting. I love the lamp over your left shoulder. What is it called, please? Over my left shoulder. This shoulder and this one, sample. These two are samples I've never put into production. If you had to pick one colour for this year, what would you sum it up? I can't really do colour of the year. It just bothers me, this colour of the year crap. Because I don't think a year should have a colour. Because I don't want to change a colour. Like, I don't want to change a colour because it's autumn. I don't want to change a colour because it's summer. I don't want to change a colour because I'm in 24 and now I'll be in 25. Or I was in 1906. Like, I just want a colour to remain as the colour. Does that sound awful? I think you just have to find where you sit on the colour wheel, warm or cool, which I say quite a lot, and then stick within that. So all the colours in this house are on the warm side, warm and earthy. Some are really dark, some are a bit lighter, but generally mid to dark. And that really works for me. And I never really have a colour of the year. So that's what I do. Does it feel colder with such big windows? No, because it's underfloor heated. This is the warmest room in the whole house. There's no radiators in here at all, just underfloor heating on this concrete. So you pad around in bare feet and everything is toasty. It actually gets too hot down here, if I'm really honest. I have a brown herringbone kitchen. What colour handle would you use? I have brass ones at the moment, and I hate black. Would look super sophisticated. What is that head bust? Vintage. How did I miss that gorgeous piece? That is a vintage piece. Artisan Wall Designs for the pink tape tip. Oh, there you go. Thank you so much. Artisan Wall Designs for the pink tape paint tip. Yeah, that head is vintage. It's super cool, isn't it? Kind of like that head as well. What was I about to say? I was about to say something. Monkey's pacing because he's got 15 minutes until food. And as he's gotten older, he gets fed 3 times a day. But he's so funny about food. He's like on the dot. I know, it's a bit early because you already had your brekkie, didn't it? Can you suggest colour ideas to repaint kitchen cupboards? Currently mid-grey white floor and wall tiles and blush walls. I mean, I say this all the time. Hold on. Any kind of pinky brownie tone will really warm up a room. So I would do that if I were you. Or a brownie, beautiful soft green will also really work. Navy was everywhere, now it's green. It can't be good to date a colour though. Growing up, a friend had a bright orange 70s kitchen. Yeah, maybe. I don't care if navy was everywhere, and I don't like navy. But if navy was everywhere and I like navy, I'm not changing my paint colour. So, you know, now this brownie, like this green here, it's called Madison Grey. It's kind of a grey, greeny, brownie colour. I've had it for 10 years. I'm not changing it. Like, I've got enough paint not to change it. I'm not, and that's a decade. I'm not changing my colours. I don't want to change my colours. I want colours to last for ages. I hate the idea that I've got to paint a room in a different colour every couple of years. I don't want to do that. I love the colours in this house. I don't want to change the colours in this house unless I have to. Unless Craig and Rose stop producing my paints, obviously. But colours for me, they're just a beautiful backdrop. And the things I change are more the accessories because that will literally change it around. But these are foundational paints, which is why I'm really obsessed with this new collection. Foundational paints that you won't want to repaint every 2 or 3 years to get a new look. They want to be with you forever. You'll never tire of them. And you elevate them by just changing the odd accessory around, not by wall colours, not by a colour being in or a colour being out. When I got my head together with this collection of 34, I didn't look at what anyone else was doing. I didn't care about colour of the year. I don't care about any of that stuff. I just want colours that will be with me forever. What's your favourite city to visit as a designer? Gosh. Hard to say, really. New York, I love. Paris, I love. Love Paris. There's a lot of places in Europe, like Milan gets a bit of a bad rap, but I find that really inspiring. I don't tend to travel as much as I should for inspiration because I'm, like this year, I've been on long haul flights 11 times already, and we're not even through the year. So I'm having very little opportunity to just go out and about. Hong Kong is inspiring, as long as it's not too hot, and then I get really cross with Hong Kong. I have a very love-hate relationship with Hong Kong because it is super inspiring and it has a real energy about it, but it's really humid, and a lot of people, you're sort of in these tunnels because it's so hot to walk around the streets, and you can't cross streets like you would in London. You have to go up and over a bridge, and then it just does my head in Hong Kong, rather than just being on the street because it's so hot, I guess. So I get it, but now I think it's 26, so that's also quite an inspiring city. But any travel, wherever you go, is always inspiring. Because you sometimes think of things in different lights, see colours in a different light, things percolate slightly, you know? So it's what colour would you pair with duck egg blue? A green would be lovely, a toffee would be lovely. Left shoulder. This is my left shoulder. Oh, do you mean, hold on, let me just go around. So this is a reading lamp that I got from Etsy. This is AA. This is AA, that's coming in really soon. That's a sample. This is AA, that's the Augusta. This is a sample. This is an old light. This is the hue lamp, which is AA. This is a sample. This is an old French Connection. This is the Augusta. This is vintage. And then, oh, excuse me. This is AA. This is vintage. This is AA. This is vintage. This is AA. This is AA. This is AA but sold out. This Shaggy Palm working on. That's vintage. That's AA. Hundreds. I can sympathise with Monkey on the pacing, anticipation of food. Yes, me too. Is that your Aura ring? I can't remember the exact name of it. Yes, ORA. This is my Aura ring. ORA, and it monitors. I actually need to charge it. It doesn't even look like it's on. I've downsized and I've done dark. Best decision ever. AA dotted throughout. Lamps, botanicals and rugs. It's become everything you describe. Oh, thank you for telling me. I've just painted my bedroom F&B. Calamine, so cosy. Oh, that sounds lovely. I don't know what colour it is, but it sounds lovely. So cosy. It needs some layers to make it more interesting. Layers, so just think about rugs and cushions. Switch up your cushions. Put something on the wall. Just as much as you can to texturise it. Hello from a sunny, cold Zurich. Oh, thanks for all your brilliant advice. I want to go to Zurich. I agree, your colours are beautiful. Oh, thank you. Is India safe for travelling? Yes, really. I mean, people in India, I love. They are so warm. I'm building a house in my 40s and my style has changed a lot and now I don't travel as much apart from nature. Is there a book to help inspire? I don't think there is one book to help you inspire. No. I would look at hotels as inspiration. Like some of the coolest hotels in the world are really great places to look for inspiration. Start with Soho House. Every single hotel all over the world that they have has a slightly different vibe and is very eclectic and warm and amazing. So there isn't one book. Look at hotels, look at restaurants, look at bars, look at the really cool hotels. I would start there if I were you. Travelling is so awakening. It is. I was going to paint but waiting for your new colours. Oh, how exciting. Love the Etsy lamp. Me too. I'm absolutely in love with the head bust. Thank you very much. It's the Augusta I wanted. Yep, perfect. My kitchen has a vaulted ceiling, darkish grey, and floor and cabinet latte tiles. It's all painted white though. Walls and ceiling. What colour would be better? Thinking a latte everywhere. That would be nice because it would be a lot warmer. No, I don't. There is the Hackney... Do I ever go to boot fairs? Not enough. There's a Hackney flea round here, which is held quite regularly. And then in the Olympic Park, there's a big one every kind of quarter, I think. And I never, ever have time to do it. And I should. But I haven't been for ages. Please bring... I know, Shaggy Palms are on the to-do list. That AA chandelier just says, Savine have to make regular trips to the store to visit it. It will be mine one day. We just had a conversation about that because we used to make small toadies and I just said to Graham we should really put them in. Astrological sign, Capricorn. January 15th is my birthday. I'm always travelling on my birthday, generally. It's right in the middle of spring-summer previews. I painted the downstairs in the olive green lime wash. I've gone kind of Japandi style. Would it work to put a lighter artwork on the walls, do you think? Yes, totally. That would totally work. Have you been to Cape Town? No, I really want to go to Cape Town. I really want to go to Cape Town. What colour would go with the dull earthy red? Walls and ceiling, not sure how to introduce glamour and painting. Green plants seem to make me feel ill when I go in there. So with a dull earthy red, a really soft hempy brown. You know, like burlap would just look so beautiful. And if you want to go sophisticated, just add some metallics in burnt gold. So burnished gold, beautiful. They bounce a light around with that earthy red, very Hong Kongy actually, and look really lovely. And maybe some shots, the odd shot of black or even darker brown would look really beautiful. That's a lovely combo. Glad to hear about the Shaggy. Would you recommend the Aura ring? I've been thinking about it for a while. Yes, it's quite good. O-U-R-A is how it's spelt. I don't think mine is on because it's got no light on it. It monitors, and the current ones do even more than this one. This is quite a few generations back. Painted myself. I think I answered that. What kind of light bulbs do you recommend to get a warm light colour? In Germany, you can only buy LED bulbs, the warmest that you possibly can. Right, Graham?
Yeah, you should be able to get warm white LEDs now.
Yeah, you can get warm white LEDs, so there's as warm as you possibly can. No, we don't use Twitter. I've picked up so many tips today. Oh, you're welcome. Cape Town is awesome. Going in January. Always have to visit Africa. Oh, how nice. Wish Lime Wash paint brand recommended. Lime Wash, Balwick is beautiful. They're Australian, but they're located in Germany, and they do phenomenal lime wash wall colours in all colours, from dark to light to medium. And they are spelled B-A-U-W-E-R-K. B-A-U-W-E-R-K. How did the floor go?
Okay.
Floor's done. So, just to recap, I'm not here next Sunday because I hopefully, all being well, would have landed in Hong Kong. Well, I'm 7 hours ahead of you, and I will be doing the odd thing on stories because it's so work-filled and there's so much to do that's factory and boring. I won't be doing too many stories, but I definitely will be doing Balwick Lime Wash, that's the one. I definitely will be putting things on stories, and then I'm back, I think it's the 26th. I think that's a Friday, but I don't actually know. Really super late at night. So I will be probably around on the Sunday. So not next Sunday for a live, but the following Sunday for a live. Providing all the planes, which I hate getting on, are safe. Please God. Thank you so much for your advice today. Always helpful, interesting. Enjoy your trip. Have fun. Thank you. Going to paint my lounge heritage green. Would you do all 4 walls? If not, yes, all 4 walls. Are you watching season 2 of New York Housewives? No, I know it's on, but I have to binge it because I generally watch it on planes. So it's just being released week by week, isn't it? So I have to wait. I'm about to download. I've just downloaded something on Amazon called Expats for the plane in case Netflix bloody doesn't work. I'm about to download a whole load of Atlanta Housewives. Oh, just trying to remember that one.
Which one?
Emily in Paris, I've also got to download. So much to download of not sleeping through the night and watching on a plane for actually India's a short flight, it's only 8.5 hours. I saw that this morning, I'm like, 8.5 hours, that's a breeze. Just got on and we're off again. So that's amazing. And I quite like the fact that we're shortening the trip because then it's just 4.5 hours to Hong Kong. So anyway. Oh, Ludwig, I've got to remember Ludwig. Redecorating 6 guest bedrooms in earthy greens, browns and burnt sienna oranges, drenching the room with studio feature walls. No, all the same. That would look so beautiful and super sophisticated. I love Below Deck also. Positive vibes the trip. Thank you. And good news, there's season 5 of Slow Horses. Yes! We are on Slow Horses. We've rewatched 1, 2, 3. Now we're watching 4. We've got 3 episodes to go of season 4. I love Slow Horses. Gary Oldman is amazing. Slimiest detective ever. Well, MI5 agent. Below Deck Mediterranean is the best. Bought your beautiful linen-free standing light. Absolutely gorgeous. Oh, how amazing. I love that lamp too. Okay, I'm going. See you in 2 weeks. Safe journey. I've just roasted a butternut squash. Curried butternut squash. Coconut soup is what I'm having for lunch. And the sun's coming out. What better way to spend a Sunday? I think we might try and eat it garden side. Have an amazing time, guys. If you DM me, I might be a bit slow because remember from Thursday I'm in the air all day. And then it's crazy, crazy times with big time differences. But I will be doing stuff on stories, promise. And see you really soon. Take care. Bye. If I can actually stop it, which I can't.